'cause aside from us,
So before I dive into the 5 tips that I'm going to give you today to basically escape the materialistic mentality and to achieve a level of happiness and peace that you all deserve, you know? We all deserve these feelings and states of being and states of mind, but people just need to be educated. They need the knowledge. That's key, man. Like, you need the knowledge to really be able to cultivate these aspects in your own life. So most things that people consume today are powerful distractions. They distort our perception and the way we see the world around us to only be focused and pigeonholed in a specific perception. You know, the majority of people, their perception at the moment is designed and is promoted in the society that we live in. So that's the state of mind that these influential people of the world really want the masses to engage in. So here are my 5 tips to being happier and more content in your life today. So number 1 is a minimalistic tip, and it is go through your clothes and your belongings and throw out anything that you don't use and that you don't need. Myself, I have done that, you know, at the start of this year. I got rid of all the clothes I didn't need, I got rid of all the possessions that I didn't want, and it leaves you with only the bare minimum of what you actually need and what you actually will be using on a daily basis. Now, this is key because we find ourselves cluttering our environments with useless material possessions that don't really serve any significant purpose. Now, this then also has an effect on our mental state, on our thought patterns. So it's a environmental epigenetic factor that leads to us feeling, well, if we have, say, a huge amount of, you know, clothes and possessions in our room that are kind of all over the place, and even in our house that are unorganized, out of place, this actually leads to a more cluttered mind. This actually leads to an increased level of mental chatter. I had this mental chatter going on and it was pretty constant. So I feel now that the less I have in my environment, the clearer I am mentally, and the happier I ultimately will be if I'm less cluttered and less busy in my own head. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is an incredibly important one that I will be promoting for the rest of my life, no doubt about it, is to try out mindfulness meditation. Really delve into this. It's going to serve you more than you can imagine. If you want to learn more, I've written a full blog on my website, benkazinas.com, that goes through the basics of mindfulness meditation and why it is so crucial to every single human's life. Number 3 is give up your phone for 24 hours. That's right, 1 day without your phone. Now, this might sound relatively simple, but I can guarantee the majority of you watching right now are going to struggle to not use your phone for 1 day. Just 1 day, that's it. Studies have shown in the last couple of months, I think the average person who owns a smartphone checks their phone 180 times per day. Now, that seems like a pretty significant number in my opinion. We get extremely lost and tied up with the activity that's going on this smartphone. You will find that what I'm about to say is going to tie into number 4, but giving up your phone is a huge achievement, you would say, in this current day and age. Yeah, if you can just give up your phone for 1 day and you'll experience a whole lot of symptoms, I'd say. If you find yourself using your phone consistently, you're gonna struggle, you know? It's gonna be hard, but you're gonna get a glimpse of life without this continued stimulus. Number 4 is to get out into nature, whether it's the beach, the park around the corner from your house, even just out the front, you know, on your lawn, out the back, in the garden, anywhere that's not inside a room of a house or a facility. Now, you want to preferably do this alone and without any distractions. This would be the time to drop your phone and then hit the nature spots, you know. Really get amongst it and experience what life really has to offer. We really should be out in nature the majority of the day. We aren't designed to be stuck in classrooms, to be stuck in offices, to be stuck in houses, to be stuck in cars. That isn't our natural state. So yeah, going out into nature, spending time out there in the silence is really gonna connect you back to your true source, and it's gonna assist you in encouraging and cultivating that level of happiness that you would like to achieve, you know? We all have that ideal expectation and goal to be happy. That's what the majority of people want in life, just to be happy. Getting out in nature as soon and as much as you can, it's gonna really speed up that process. Now, number 5, the final tip to cultivate and really build inner happiness and peace is to write down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. Now, gratitude really puts you in a perspective of appreciating what you already have and not what you don't have. You know, I think this materialistic mentality that I've been discussing really puts you in the perspective of consuming because you think that, or you are coming from a place that is of lack, that you don't have what you want, that you don't have, you know, what you think you deserve or what you think you need. But once you start being more grateful and really writing it down on paper, actually writing it with a pen is a huge booster as well. Once you start doing that, you're gonna really start to double down on the things that are really important and just go basic, you know. I'm grateful for having some water to drink in the morning, you know. I'm grateful for having a bed to sleep in. I'm grateful for having a family that are healthy, you know. I'm grateful for having the sun that I can get out in and feel great. I'm grateful that I have a phone. I'm grateful that I can walk. All these overlooked aspects and things that we can all be grateful for every day always consistently go overlooked and unnoticed. So once you start to be more grateful, then you see yourself not desiring and really chasing these external possessions because you realize that you've already got a huge amount, you know? You're already pretty much rich in, say, if you're living in Perth, in Australia, in the Western world. We have a lot more than a huge amount of people living in the low income countries. So yeah, just be grateful, man. Like, enjoy the now. Enjoy what you've already got, and don't always search for these external stimuli that are gonna help you achieve happiness, because it's never gonna happen. And it's as simple as that. And now I just want to finish on a aspect that the happiest people in the world are the most grateful. The happiest people in the world usually have very little in terms of material possessions. So just think about that. Really take some time to understand and really reflect on what I've been saying in this video, because it's vitally important to every single person if you want to get the most out of life and achieve a sense of happiness. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate your time and attention. It's really going to help me out with my further content in the future. If you have any questions or queries, don't hesitate to throw me a message on my social media platforms, through my website as well. Have a look at that. I've just done a full revamp of my website. It's fully updated and functional at the moment, so don't hesitate to go have a look. There's going to be more holistic health information on there, and there will be more to come. So stay tuned and watch this space. Peace.